Come around and get that for you. I can pull up. Putting the shit in the air, they're putting the shit everywhere. Sad. Let's kill this right quick. Oh, that's the window. That's all right. Whew. Coconut water. I guess I should have put parental. Well, no, it's not made for fucking people under 18 or 21, so it's good to go. Hold on, Papa. You over there dreaming? Let's see. Oh, it's wet. You know what? Maybe that's why I need a curtain down. I should have a curtain down here. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, you like that? You want to go outside and roll around? Oh, you do it, okay? No, you're asleep. All right. So I get to start early.
Let me put my dog.
Sit down.
Let me put my dog.
Sit down. Let her. Hey, come here. Come here. She can put the dog up.
That's right. You disturbing the pieces that got weed back there. He's clowning. The woman next door, him. You know, I really, I'm about to keep you putting the dog. I'm going to keep throwing. He's like the door. There you go.
Hey.
Bagley left the apartment and jumped off the second floor balcony. The officers then ran back through the apartment and outside to try and chase him.
He went that way, Todd.
Oh, God! You shot me.
No. Dispatch, send EMS right now. Shot fire. Shot fire.
This was the view from Officer Tyler's body camera.
We got one running, dispatch. Black male, blue shirt, running towards North Park. He's followed. Where is he? Where is he? Where'd he go? Oh, no. Oh, God. You shot me. Oh, no.
Dispatch, send EMS right now. Shot fire. Shot fire.
1 minute and 8 seconds. That was the total amount of time from the moment the officers knocked on the apartment door until Officer Alexander Tyler shot Alonzo Bagley in the chest.
No, no, no.
Hey, come on.
No.
Come on.
No. No, no, man. No. No. No.
Come on.
No, man. No. No.
You're good.
No, man. Come on, dude. Come on, man.
Send EMS right now. 1019.
Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Stay with me. Stay with me, man. Stay with me. Stay with me, man. Stay with me.
Come on, you're good. You're good, bro.
Stay with me.
Hey, you're good. Hey, keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep breathing.
Stay with me, man. Stay with me.
Breathing. Hey, you're good, man. Keep breathing. Keep breathing, dude. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Keep breathing.
Fuck.
Hey, go to the front of the building. Go to the front of the building. Wave him down. Wave him down.
As Officer Tyler ran to wave down the ambulance, the other officer applied compression to Bagley's wound and urged him to keep his eyes open.
Look at me. Hey, look at me. Look at me. Look at me.
Okay, that's enough. Yeah. Let's get some let's help you guys calm down a little bit. All right, we're gonna throw a little Afrobeat music on from Afrobeat library music content. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and set this up. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all. I'm gonna actually let y'all think for a minute as I prepare this. I'm gonna go cut me up an orange. All right. I want y'all to think, and I want to see what the responses are. I've got videos that I can actually upload here that would probably drive a lot of y'all so-called in the hood tough guys stir crazy. I'm gonna let the music play and I'll be right back. So how's it going, everybody? I'm gonna read all the Cashapp, the 13th tribe, and Behold the Pale Horse. First of all, YouTube staff, I wouldn't care if they were melanated. This generation of melanated things are not our people. They're more racist than the origin of racism, where it comes from. They are the worst benign, and you've seen a few of them. A few of them work for Pfizer, WHO, this, that, and the other, and some of them are of our blood, sadly. So I went and looked at the monetary. They've kept me at the same amount, regardless of all the views, even if it's 55 with the work that I put out. They're playing this game, and I've studied everything they've done, and I was like, wow, this is the number I should be at, you know. And I see what they're doing, because, like I said, it's not about the dollar. It's definitely not that, because I'm going to use it when I get the pen to purchase books with it. And it's not that much. It's actually not that much. It's far from it. But they want to keep, and they fluctuate it as if it's the stock exchange. That is not how YouTube monetary system works. I've watched well over 20 videos. I've conversed with people who make quite a bit. And you would think that YouTube staff is smarter than that. They're not that eclectic. I want to first show that. Based upon the video I just showed you, and like I said, I have videos stored on here. I think that would make some of you literally lock your doors, go out and buy as much as you can, stack your house full of it like hoarding, and not come out for years. No, I know that. First of all, let's start with the word black. Now, I want to show you what, you know who owns Wikipedia and Google, right? They're the fake 13 tribe. Okay? Like all the other problems in the music industry, them pushing for rappers who are dumb and illiterate to go out there and push more violence and this, that, and the other. To which Ice Cube and other people have consorted and said, even though they haven't changed their little stupid gangster rap and all other foolishness, and the women who wouldn't even subjugate their fake children or whatever to the same music. All right? The word black. Now, this is the Webster's. Oh, this is Oxford. This is Oxford's. Hold on, excuse me. I'm going to do Oxford's first. I have to do this. And I'm doing this because I know the original ones, okay? And I know that they've changed it to fit the narrative of the agenda. That shows you that there's nothing honest about them. Now, you saw the man shoot the brother, unarmed, running in his direction. He actually stopped by the thing, and the guy shot him shot him in the upper thoracic area. And then he wants to, in Louisiana. Black in this new fictional characterization based off of 17 what? And the individual French, the fake French Zionists, what? Created the 3 races, which became 4, and now it's 5. These idiots. It says the original meaning of the word black. The word black comes from the Old English bleak. We know that bleak means one without bleach. It's like white. And in parentheses, with semicolons, it says black, dark, also ink. We know that ink is blue. Those of us who are intelligent, the darkest hue of blue. Anybody knows that. When you go to the bank and they say, "Would you sign with a black ink pen?" Where's the black ink pen? Ma'am, that is very, very dark blue. That is not black. But ma'am, no. I'm an artist. No, there are finite things that look black. So the perception of our pigmentation and how everything else works, right? That works in the retina and all that. It's not. From Proto-Germanic, black has, B-L-A-K-K-A-Z, some new parenthesis, burned, and semicolon, burned. Wouldn't that be blackened? But anyway, from like bronze, blackened, anyway. From Proto-Indo-European, black, B-H-L-E-G. Hold on. To burn, gleam, and shine. Now, isn't that a form of conditioning for a surface? hold on. Flash. For the purpose of what? Flash, right? Shine, gleam. Has nothing to do with black. Hold on. From base, bell, B-H-E-L, in parentheses, to shine. Bell, you know, we shine. Brass work, shine. Related to Old Saxon black, B-L-A-K. Ink, quill, makeup. Old High German Block, as in CH, not CK. Black, in parentheses and semicolon. Old Norse Blacker, B-L-A-K-K-R. They want people to believe that these people were all like pale skin. Dark, Dutch, as in Dutch to blacken. I'm going to pull up Wikipedia right quick. And that's where they're pulling it from, and we know what they've done with the etymology to the word black, which has nothing to do with anything. And if you look at its hex triplet, its color coordinates, it's all 000 to 100, 000% to 0%, 000 degrees. Anybody know about that when I'm talking about breaking down as far as the color coordinates of source? As if it's nothing. But hold on. Normalized to 0-255 in bytes. We're talking about pixels and all that kind of normalized to 0-100 of 100. This is when we're getting into the fake world of illusion that they move in. Now let's go over to Webster, and everybody knows what that says, actually, right? This one says black or less commonly black. Of or relating to any of various population groups of especially African ancestry, like all melanated people come from this certain place of Africa, to which we all know that is a pure, blatant lie, often considered as having dark pigmentation of the skin, but in fact having a wide range of skin colors. Black Americans. Why would it define just us? Do you see what these idiots, as they're falling away and all they have is weapons, and idiots who run around believing there's something to do the dumb shit you saw right there. These idiots move amongst us if it's all right. And I am telling you that it is not until they come around, and there's no way to fake it now. And see, I don't call them elites, y'all do. These idiots, with an E, not an I. Idiots, like Ren and Stimpy, idiots have a bunch of so-called smart individuals running around when our children still have the highest IQs, higher than the Chinese and the Hindis, these fraudulent frauds. That seems to be the people who, when you call, you pick up the phone to, right? Now, it's not hate, because I have many associates and comrades who are of those denominations who can't stand not even their own people. They're the ones who inform me a lot of the crap that we see. It's funny how here in America, these so-called pale skins on this soil, most of them coming here in 1920s and 40s, they act like their family's been here for hundreds of years. Like they're part of the dichotomy of the narrative here. A lot of Spaniards too. Majority of them arrived in the 1830s and the goddamn 1920s and 40s as well. Easy to prove. It's no hate. The reality is you're dealing with a people who you want to continue to cause yourself suffrage by calling yourself black. These dumb sons of bastards, the system, the people on the switchboard. I'm chasing a black man because they're stupid. If you identify as such, I guess you get your just desserts. I'm not cold-hearted. I am just making a statement based upon facts. And you pale skins looking, if you got a problem with that, I'm in Page, Arizona. Come and address it. There's many here who know me very well. Step out your comfort zone. I'll be traveling in Louisiana. I got a big veteran reunion going on there. I got major family in the Carolinas. Y'all wouldn't dare cross the line because, see, back in the 50s and 40s, they were killing y'all left and right even then. My family was. Oh, my great-great-great-grandpa. I didn't want to go into the story of what he did to 3 of them pale skins that just came off the boat over here. Oh, man, they look like laundry in the front yard, spewing all over what he did to them. Now, I ain't want to talk about my great-great-great-grandpa 3 times. We had y'all lined up in trees because of what you want to do, some of your pappies want to do to the women. One pale-skinned woman came out of an establishment of ours, not that far from the Shaw's plantation, and ran her big-ass mouth and ended up under some trains. Well, under a train in some pieces. So let me, it's not, I don't advocate violence. I'm telling you a history of my side, of my ancestor side. Side that didn't play that. It's in my dynamics too. It's passed down and read it. The X cross-off gene couldn't be stopped. So I know I'm not one you want to, what? Trust me. My veteran brothers could tell you. Even the officers. Lieutenant Smith, all of them. He probably became a bird. Knowing him, he was a 1982 Olympic hopeful pole vaulter before becoming a pilot. 87s and F-18s. But all I did was box, wrestle, martial arts, and growing up in the city, first born up north from Louisiana in the south, and all down there where all my family's at. So here it is. They have lied again consistently because that's all that makes y'all what you are. Lies. Lies. That's all that you are. Lies. And your cowardness alludes to it. Because if you were really strong and stand up, you would do like so many who are doing it now. And you would say, makes sense. Makes sense. I'm not even worried about them. They're dropping like flies over here. Like on the man, I'm not here to pass medical misinformation. The government runs the damn hospital. And they've been getting jabbed up with everything. Dropping like flies. Whenever I see an ex-veteran or somebody murder the life of the ignorant brothers and sisters of ours, I want to say I have love. Well, I do. I'm very compassionate. But I have disdain for your source. Why? Because you've deadened it. You have taken the most important thing that can help you and assist you, and you have put a pain amongst it in your stupor. You have done a very foolish thing. Now I got this little Instagram idiot. Don't know. I don't care about Instagram, Facebook, and all that other crap. Instafuck, Fakebook. A little boy, and I said this earlier, hitting a pit bull, a little melanated baby. It's in a foreign, so it's on another land. Hitting a pit bull. The parents need their ass kicked. You can tell he's mixed. I hate that word mixed. Man and woman creates child, and that's it. But we're living in a time where so many people are stuck on the lies and they can't move beyond it because of their flagrant stupidity. So I see a baby. Poor example by what it's doing to a very dangerous animal. Being directed to go over there and hit the dog, the pit bull, very big too, with a bottle. I know some of you have seen it. And this idiot hair designer or whatever she wants to call herself in Michigan. I'm gonna put a post up and let y'all see her so she can be seen by the world. Decided to make some comments and talking about, if I met you, you'd be dead. You old, blah, blah. I'm in better shape than everybody in her family. I can have another knee surgery and elbow surgery and still be in better shape, do more push-ups, outrun, chin up, and everything else. Out swim even with a hole in my sinus. I'm built different. And I'm not here to brag. As broken and as great. I keep telling y'all, you're beyond the scope. Your power is, this cat has gotten me, man, all day with it. Oh, my goodness. Anyway. Made a comment. As in, oh, the poor dog. They should let the dog go on the baby. And yet she's got a shirt talking about Black Lives Matter and this, that, and doing melanated and mixed babies' hairs and doing the little, y'all do those goofy women, y'all do the goofy bathroom poses and stuff, with your butt out and all that dumb stuff, it's stupid. It's the time. You don't have to be doing it just because of the time and the age. Don't be plastic. Anyway, unless you're going to send it to me. But anyway, so I said to her, I said what needed to be said without cursing her emotions or feelings. I looked at her like, wow, so less than hue of a man you are, Her response was starting to be all, I'm on a keyboard far away, blah, blah, blah. Not knowing that I know a lot of people in Michigan. I could simply go, hey, Barney, what's going on? I want you to look at this individual in this beauty salon. Could you go over there and drop a message saying, you need to chill out? Her husband looked like he might be rational to listen. I could do that. I'm not going to do that. See, a lot of people always think they're untouchable. They think they know everybody. They think they're going to carry on and act the same way to everybody they come across. I'm here to tell you that and everything else is consistent to the downfall of our soil because of them. Oh, our people wouldn't be running around if it wasn't for the fake 13 tribe doing the dumb shit they doing. They included in them. I am grateful, I know. And I have to say this because I can't put them all in the same bag. I am grateful for the ones I know who are not only family, blood, but the ones I've come across who are tired of pale skin people doing dumb pale skin shit. Just like I am tired of some dumb niggers doing dumb niggerish shit. See, I served with some soldiers, some warriors. I served with some badasses. They didn't care about it. If you came out the wrong pocket, they came out the other wrong pocket. And it was a little sometimes stronger. I got some that came from the Air Force and went into the police department. After about 10 years, they said enough. They couldn't stand they would tell me, man, the corruption, man. I remember I had to choke out one of my partners. Oh, yeah, you won't hear it in the news because, the news is a goof. It's a goof syndicate. That's all. There's a bunch of goofies. And then y'all still going to watch him, I know. I know you're probably, how did he watch that? He's not. Dude, how am I supposed to feel? He's gone. An idiot shot him. Maybe he was ex-army. Usually they trigger happy than a mug. Special force guys are very, they'll end up like SWAT. Special force guys got a whole different thing. They can save a life. They're not going to stand around. I mean, if you're a bad dude, they got that PTSD. Just let that fucker bleed out. I'd probably be standing right with them. Yeah. Call the ambulance. White lights on me. I'm just saying, I'm not being hateful. I'm just saying, all lives matter. No, if you're walking around this earth and use the straight up F up, no, I think you're wasting time here. Move on and find out for yourself. So no secrets have to be told. Because I know special forces guys around the police force and them some tight, cool dudes. Oh, and they're constitutionalists. Oh, man, they're not going to. First of all, they know the Constitution better than most of these dumbass police officers walking around. Policy. That's what they are. Policy. They're not police. They're policy enforcers. Policies are not, we're not governed by policies. We're sovereign above policies. See, they just don't know that because they're too damn ignorant to know that. But actually, we're more than sovereign. We're the lords and heirs of this land. But see, the fake 13 tribe fucktards created this air of stupidity and disability and a mental disability with them to create this destabilization so they could do what they're doing right now. And if they knew this, they'd probably move counterclockwise and a little different. But when you have a bunch of idiots go to war, fight a war that they shouldn't be fighting, and a lot of them speak on that now, and they're still looking with their grandmammy and grandpappy's lies in their fucking upbringing, raising, they're going to carry on in a very stupid ass way. They'll come in here and look and walk away because they're breathing. They don't know how to breathe, but they're breathing. So they think, I know you're watching. You're thinking, I love my son and daughter more than anything. The ones but they were raised on a very stupid side of the family. Oh, my side's stupid as well, but they didn't have my intellect. All they got was my gifts. And because they exude to want to lie to me, I disowned them. I sure did. I don't have time to waste. I love my son and daughter, but their mother robbed them of meeting the wonderful person I am because she has a fictional, because of what she grew up with and because of who our mommy and daddy are. Two cokehead, well, no, they were. I don't know if they stayed doing it. I know they always offer some weed, and I'm in the military, duh. No, thank you. And they lived in a neighborhood riddled with fucking crack. And I was an ex-drug dealer. You know me, I can get rich with all them idiots in Jacksonville, Florida. Then I chose to leave because of her cheating ways. And her excuse, and most broken ass women, because you heard his woman, because she's brainwashed and indoctrinated too. See, a real sister has been like, as long as you ain't putting your hands on me, I ain't gonna call them boys like you. Because see, real sisters who got all that mouth got brothers and uncles who can come and deal with you. See, you got a problem with a nigga that's you dealing with, you call me and a couple of the homies, I'll be like, yo, man, let's go and rent this little $1,200 RV and make this trip over here and see what's good with this nigga. And we'll talk to him because there ain't nothing the policy enforcers can do. It's for us to do that. Not them, not they bullshit, because they're not lawful. It's for us to take care of. I remember the motherfuckers making that statement in New York. Why don't y'all police the neighborhoods? Yeah, of course. And some motherfuckers did it. So let me get ready to read. This world's got a lot of dumbasses in it right now. Well, pick a word that's more applying, please. I mean, we used to say rolling paper, right? Now we say blunts or hemp, raw. Pick a word that's appropriate. Goombas, freaking fracks, flapjacks, gray zones. I mean, put it out there and I'll utilize it. I'm serious. I'm just throwing words around because they actually touch people. They hit people differently. Funny, you know what I mean? Yeah, this guy running around the corner and the dude standing there with the gun up and pow, right in the chest. Oh, I'm not going to chase after you or fight with you. That ain't some more pussified shit. The guy's drunk. He jumped off 2 stories drunk and didn't even have his damn pint with him. No firearm, just shot him. And then put on the biggest act. Oh, they fired him, of course, because you know what? The government could use a motherfucker like that deep in the abysses of their underground, crevices and cavities and to do the things that's going to need to be done if he chooses to. Whatever you want to call this government. Frauds. Anyway, yesterday, we're reading Arthur Koestler, The 13th Tribe. We got to the double kinship, thus seems to indicate a categorical distinction between the sacred and the profane in the mentality of the Khazars. The divine attributes of the Kagan are much in evidence in the following passage from the Ibn Haqqa. The Kagan, Kagan, which is C as well, must be always of the imperial race, Ishtakri or Ishtakar, of a family of notables, and no one is allowed to approach him but on business of importance. Then they prostrate themselves before him and rub their faces on the ground until he gives orders for their approaching him. And speaking, when a Kakan dies, whoever passes near his tomb must go on foot and pay his respects at the grave. Now you see how they incorporated that to walk onto a holy ground, to praise and worship man, their Lord. And when he is departing, must not mount on horseback as long as the tomb is within view. So absolute is the authority of this sovereign, and so implicitly are his commands obeyed, that if it seemed expedient to him, that one of his nobles should die. And if he had said to him, "Go and kill yourself," the man would immediately go to his house and kill himself accordingly. The succession to the Khaganship being thus established in the same family, Istakri, in a family of notables who possessed neither power nor riches, in brackets that is, when the turn of the inheritance arrives to any individual of it, he is confirmed in the dignity, though he possesses not a single dirham, in brackets that's coin, dirham, and I'm going to read the bottom part. It's just it's just unneeded. Trust me. I read it early and I was like, you got to be kidding me. Maybe I'll read it to y'all later. I have heard from persons worthy of belief that a certain young man used to sit in a little shop at the public marketplace selling petty articles. In brackets it states Istakri selling bread. And that the people used to say, when the present Khagan shall have departed, this man will succeed to the throne. Again in brackets, Istakri, there is no man where this is the one speaking, or this is where it comes from. There is no man worthier of the Khaganite than he. But the young man was a Mosul man, and they give the Khaganship only to Jews, not the Ashkenazis, the real ones, battle-hardened warriors of creation. The Khagan has a throne and pavilion of gold. These are not allowed to any other person, and the palace of the Khagan is loftier than other edifices. The passage about the virtuous young man selling bread, or whatever it is, in the bazaar sounds rather like a tale about Harun al-Rashid. Harun al-Rashid. If he was heir to the golden throne reserved for Jews, why then was he brought up as a poor Muslim? If we are to make any sense of all the story, we must assume that the Khagan was chosen on the strength of his noble virtues, but chosen among members of the imperial race or family of notables. And as I stated before, the original Jews were kings or khans. Such as Lincoln was a khan, not some made-up fictional president bullshit. And Washington never fucking existed. Well, we already know what he looked like, the one that they scripted. It didn't look like that goofy son bitch they painted. Anyway, Khagan was chosen on the strength of his noble virtues, but chosen among members. That means he had many wives and he birthed many nations. Members of the imperial race or family of notables, and if you want the world to run the way it does, you remove the imperial reality and our royalty from us. Isn't that correct? Well, you really can't do that. You just make a bunch of people dumb as fuck. Well, there's enough of us who actually know. Family of notables. This is, in fact, the view of Atamanov of Zeki Validi. Atamanov holds that the Khazars and other Turkish people were ruled by descendants of the Turkot dynasty, the erstwhile sovereigns of the defunct Turk Empire. In parentheses, it says above section 3. Oh, we're not going to worry about that. Zeki Validi suggests that the imperial race, or family of notables to which the Khagan must belong, refers to the ancient dynasty of the Assyria, mentioned in Chinese sources, and we know that's Ji, not Chinese. Anyway, a kind of desert aristocracy from which Turkish and Mongol rulers traditionally claim descent. This sounds fairly plausible and goes some way towards reconciling the contradictory values implied in the narrative just quoted. The noble youth without a dirham, Muslims, my Muslim brothers forgive me, to his name, and the pomp and circumstance surrounding the golden throne. We are witnessing the overlap of two traditions, like the optical interference of two wave patterns, on a screen. The asceticism. I can't. Asceticism. Okay, I can't look at the word. I have to look away because I actually know the word. Of a tribe of hard desert nomads and the glitter of a royal court prospering on its commerce and crafts and striving to outshine its rivals in Baghdad and Constantinople. After all, the creeds professed by those sumptuous courts had also been inspired by ascetic desert prophets in the past. All this does not explain the startling division of divine and secular power. We already know how that happens with them fucks. Apparently unique in that period and region. As Berry wrote, we have no information at what time the active authority of the Kagan was exchanged for his divine nullity, to be null, or why he was exalted to a position resembling that of the Emperor of Japan, in which his existence, which we know Japan didn't exist until 1600s, it was the island of Anu. This is an Ashkenazi writing that's based upon telling the truth that who his people are. That's all. Remember that. Japan, in which his existence and not his government was considered essential to the prosperity of the state. A speculative answer to this question has recently been proposed by Artemanov. He suggests that the acceptance of Judaism as the state religion was the result of a coup d'etat. Coup d'etat. You know what that French word means. Which at the same time reduced the Kagan, descended of a pagan dynasty whose allegiance to Mosaic law could not really be trusted, to a mere figurehead. This is a hypothesis as good as any other, and with a little evidence to support it. Yet it seems probable that the two events, the adoption of Judaism, and the establishment of the double kingship, were somehow connected. Before the conversion of Kagan was still reported to play an active role, as for instance in his dealings with Justinian, to complicate matters further, the Arab sources sometimes refer to the Kagan when they clearly mean the Bek, black. A Kagan, in parentheses, as Kagan, was the generic term for ruler among many tribes, Bek, the black. And they also use different names for the Bek, as the following list shows. After Manorsky, Hodl al-Alam, Constrant, Kagan, Bek, Aben Rosta, Khazar, Kagan, Aisha, female for the Khazar, Masaudi, Kagan, Malik, Ishaktar, Malik, Khazar, Kagan, Khazar. We see the transformations. Ibn Hakwa, Kagan, Khazar, Malik, Khazar, Bek. As they took over different identities and certain monastics or what you might call religions. Gordezi, Khazar, Kagan, Ashtad. It's like I said, the people that call themselves Iranian or Sephardic Jews. The offsprings of a conquered people by way of coup d'etat of these fucking Ashkenaz. Remember how they took over Christianity and created Christianity. The order of the rules appears to have been switched. I'm not joking. And the original constant prophesier, Kagan, were black, the original people, to which the fake Jews became the Kagans, and then accepted the role of Bek. It's all right there. He's wrote it in here. And then we get into the next, which will be the conversion. I really want to read this now. But I'm going to read that. I'm going to read that because I've been reading these two. I'm going to read that one with this. And it's going to be with the DNA of the gods as well. And I'm going to bring Flatlandis back into it, talking about the Black Negro Rock. Facing north. To draw the irony of blood forward. That's why it's good to stand on your head at least 1 to 5 minutes every day, at least 2 to 3 times. I hang upside down on my elliptical. It's, you know, the inversion table. But every once in a while, I go upstairs, my yoga, butt naked, and my thing flapping all looking at me. I get on my hands and head, and a pillow on my head. Well, my head's pretty hard. And I sit up there for about 2-3 minutes, so the blood goes all the way up this way, making a major difference. Anyway, Behold a Pale Horse. Behold a Pale Horse by William Cooper. Namaste. Furthermore, commented on your pores. Oh, how come you ain't furthermore? How come you ain't over here? Oh, they keep removing the I know some of you might know it, the notifications. Anyway. So remember we stated yesterday, I want to make sure I didn't lose it. Yes, we did time flow relationships and self-destructive oscillations. So right now we're in still Behold a Pale Horse. Excuse me. I want to make sure it was the right one. Yeah, it is. So we're carrying on further of the time flow relationships and self-destructive oscillations. When we stopped yesterday, it was the energy, winter season. In a production industry, it takes several forms, one of which is known. I'll read the last, so that way I don't want to have you too complex or confused. I don't believe any of y'all really remember it. Anyway, time flow relationships and self-destructive oscillations. An ideal industry may be symbolized electronically in various ways. The simplest way is to represent a demand by a voltage and a supply by a current. When this is done, the relationship between the two becomes what is called an admittance, which can result from 3 economic factors. Now, I must state this. What I'm reading as far as Arthur Kessler, not to jump around, it can be interpreted many different ways. All right, so remember that. Okay. 1, hindsight flow. 2, present flow. And 3, foresight flow. So we establish them before delivering. Remember, we're talking about the capacitor, the storage of energy, and how it's released. Okay. Foresight flow is the result of that property of living entities to cause energy, food, okay, to be stored for a period of low energy, capacitor. For example, a winter season, it consists of demands made upon an economic system of that period of low energy, winter season. Okay. Now we go on. In a production industry, it takes several forms, one of which is known as production stock or inventory. Now we know how much is stored up. In electronic symbology, this specific industry demand, in parentheses, a pure capital industry, and is presented by capacitance. And I think we read this, but we're going to read it again. And the stock or resource is represented by a stored charge. Satisfaction of an industry demand suffers a lag because of the loading effect of inventory priorities. Present flow ideally involves no delays. It is, so to speak, input today for output today, direct current. A hand-to-mouth flow in electronic symbology, this specific industry demand, a pure use industry, in parentheses, is represented by a conductance, which is then a simple economic valve. Turn it on, turn it off. An economic analog equals a pure service industry, in parentheses, in which a current flow, economic analog equals flow of money, in parentheses, creates a magnetic field, which in parentheses states economic analog equals active human population, which if the current money flow begins to diminish, collapse, then war is enacted to maintain the current flow of money and energy. We read that. Okay. Other large alternatives to war are economic industries or economic flywheels or open-ended social welfare programs or an enormous, and in parentheses, but fruitful, in parentheses, open-ended space program. William Cooper emphasizes. Okay, so let's go on over here. We're not going to read the rest of that. I think that was good enough to bracket on the fact of return to mind productivity to remember what I read yesterday. The same thing is achieved by a government by printing money beyond the limit of the gross national product, which you hear them talking about now. An economic process called inflation. In brackets, it states, note, remember that inflation is only the act of printing money in excess of gross national product. They could blame it on the price of widgets or oil only, because you never knew the real cause. The real cause and the only cause of inflation is the printing of more money beyond the gross national product. That's why you think they left all that material over there in Iraq, and they've been giving weapons to the cartels and all these other places, and Ukraine, and all these foreigners coming on the soil and taking more money from us, and worthless pork spending, and making themselves richer, even while all this has been going on every year. Have any of y'all paid attention to how much pay raises they've been giving themselves? Because the money don't mean shit. It's power play. Anyway, let's go on. Yeah, beyond the gross national product, end of brackets. This puts a large quantity of money into the hands of the public and maintains a balance against their greed, creates a false self-confidence to which they remove by way of petroleum and eggs and other shit in them, and for a while stays the wolf from the door, when we should be the fucking wolves blowing down their straw house. If y'all were smart, they must eventually resort to war to balance the account, and yet the minions, the idiots, would fight it, because war ultimately is merely the act of destroying the creditor, and the politicians are the publicly hired hitmen that justify the act to keep the responsibility and blood off the public conscience. In parentheses, it states, see section on consent factors and social economic structuring. And if the people really cared about their fellow man, they would control their appetites, greed, procreation, etc. In parentheses. Ain't nothing wrong with procreation. There's more than enough to go down around 1,000,000 times. So that they would not have to operate on a credit or welfare social system which steals from the worker to satisfy the bum. Now, you remember in the beginning of this, it pointed out and alluded to the fact that all this is unnecessary. Okay, good. I'm glad you remember that. Since most of the general public will not exercise restraint, there are only two, because y'all control chaos. You're unworthy of your source of energy because you do not have no control over it. You have given away to a bunch of impractical jokers who experiment on you on the regular. And you don't know how to move together because they have their little fractured little goddamn handymen and hitmen running around terrorizing you with more stupidity. Since most of the general public will not exercise restraint, there are only two alternatives to reduce the economic inductance of the system. One, let the population bludgeon each other to death in war, which will only result in the total destruction of the living earth. And two, take control of the world by use of economic silent weapons in a form of quiet warfare, and reduce, which we have been under all this time, more so than anybody. You would think that we'd be fucking good at fighting back by now, but because we have these goofy ass pastors and these fucktards y'all keep voting for, which don't mean shit actually. Anywho, only two alternatives to reduce them. We always said, take control, right? Use the economic silent weapons. Anyway, in a form of quiet warfare, and reduce the economic inductance of the world to a safe level by a process of benevolent slavery and genocide. Wow. And reduce the economic inductance of the world to a safe level by a process of benevolent. Do you know what the word benevolent means? Slavery and genocide. They're the gods of chaos. The latter option has been taken as the obviously better option. At this point, it should be crystal clear to the reader why absolute secrecy about the silent weapons is necessary. The general public refuses to improve its own mentality, fucking bunch of brain dead fucks, and its faith in its fellow man. And I tell you to entrust me, don't trust me. But you motherfuckers can't even let go of a few dollars to help me buy books. You'd be surprised at some of the books I want to buy, and I'm not going to spend all my goddamn currency on it because you lack the fucking to be able to match mine. That's why I know a lot of you will not be able to move to the lands that we're going to be building up because you're unworthy here. Oh, it's always been a test. The general public refuses to improve its own mentality and its faith in its fellow man. And I ain't a Ponzi scheme like your fucking them goofy fucks. It has become a herd of proliferating barbarians and, so to speak, a blight upon the face of the earth. They do not care enough about economic science to learn why they have not been able to avoid war despite religious morality. And their religious or self-gratifying refusal to deal with earthly problems renders the solution to the earthly problem unreachable by them. By you. Fucking. It is left to those few who are truly willing to think and survive as the fittest to survive. That's why I'm not here for the fucking masses. I don't care about the onlookers. They're goofies. And people who got immoral feelings in their head because of how they grew up and where they at. Like, I give a fuck. You can never be me. It is left to those few who are truly willing to think and survive as the fittest to survive, to solve the problem for themselves as the few who really care. Otherwise, exposure to the silent weapon would destroy our only hope of preserving the seed of future humanity. And that's enough right now. And tomorrow we'll get into the household industry and all that other shit. Household industry, household models, blah, 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 blah. I hope that was informative. Seeing how they're still blocking so many from coming over, which is kind of weird. And I figured some of y'all would be sharing my shit going, yo, come over and check the brother. He's live right now. But I know it. Some of y'all think it's a competition or some kind of fucking vagabond race. This is not vaudeville. Not Peter Belly, Barnum Circus, or whatever the fuck them fucktards were called. I'm dead serious about what I do. My emotions and so much more caught up in it. By now, some of you weak-minded motherfuckers will go, oh, he must be begging. And that's all you fucking know how to do, huh? Like, I need something from you motherfuckers. I make quadruple what you make. I can go and cook 20 sandwiches and make more than you make in fucking 2 weeks. That's without. They're going to be shutting all that down soon. And what do you have to show? Anyway, I appreciate y'all coming in, taking the time to listen to this old fogey run his mouth. For the sisters that are sharing energy my way, I appreciate you more than you even know. And I am sincere. I appreciate y'all more than the light you are. There's no thanks. No thank you. Could ever measure up to those few of you. I love y'all dearly. To my brothers who seek the best of me, and I seek the love of you. Well, there's a few of us that already get together. I wish more of you were getting together with us. I'm doing my best to get Ro, but he's caught up in his making money thing, which I love that, but he's got to keep his priorities. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to give my shout outs this morning, this AM, we are in a state of mourning. There was no shout outs to be given. You know how I feel about you. You know it's always. I'm going to give some shout outs and read some comments. Rondo. Rap. Let me turn this motherfucker around. I need that to be able to tip my hat. I ain't got none of my cowboy hats on. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fucking phone. Hold the fucking phone. Goddamn New York, get off my goddamn head. Fucking around on my head like that. I'm giving some shout outs. That's a little bit. Rep Lloyd, you know, my apologies. Brother Rondo. Rep. Yeah, each and every one. Navi, what's going on, baby girl? ABJR, what's going on, brother? Jamil Shamshi. Oh, I'm about to be reading your book here soon, but it's going to be a set date to read your shit, and everybody better tune in. God damn it. Imagine Nancy. God damn. Nothing but love. Grand elevations. Original Lone Wolf. Woo! I missed the damn thing. I checked Gmail and I saw you sent me a goddamn invitation. I got to put a star back on it. They removed it when they removed all my shit. Otherwise, I'd be getting it all the time, and I didn't even get a notification to it. Yes. Lloyd! God damn. There was no verbal warning to stop, and they had them in both. I'm going to let y'all communicate about that. want y'all to see. West side. Whoop. Goddamn. Pretty good on the goddamn speed badge, son. Keep it up. Keep it up. I ain't doing that shit no more. I'll probably get back cramps. Equator 7. God damn. That's right, brother. You got it, big bro. Herbo. God damn, Herbo. What's going on? Yes, yes. Platinum and gold. Motherfucker, you get the salute of all times. Goddamn, goddamn. Lord Infinite. Woo. Yes, yes. Appreciate T. Hines. God damn. Boy, soldiers all up through this motherfucker. Oh, you're welcome, Navi. Hey, but JR, you already know, man, we got to keep moving forward. Baba Bell. But we are. We are. See if you can find a flat earth instead of that fake round Zionist shit, brother. But respect to that, for sure. Oh, Dragon Amaru Khan. You ain't never late, brother. We are truly Israel, though many will have a hard time dealing with that. Love the fuck out of y'all. You hear me? Love the fuck out of y'all. And y'all have a grand day. Share this. Excuse the language, but I think if you got young adult men and women in your family, they can sit, they can listen down. They can listen, they can sit down and listen, and your mammies and your pappies can listen too. Excuse me. Orange is good, and I really want to finish it. My mouth is salivating because the shit is so good. See you guys later.